I had to go with 3 rings today. You all are a lively bunch. All right, the fines for talking will commence, so let's get started. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you today. This is the 5,436th meeting of the 9th largest Rotary Club in the world. And as a reminder, we celebrated our 110th birthday last week on May 1st, the actual day we were chartered in 1914. So we continue to celebrate, and with that, let's have Sarah sing. Sarah and everyone else.
Please join me. Stand on up and let's sing God Bless America today, because I haven't got to sing that recently. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Next time we're going to work on the faces, guys, because you guys smiling, it's a happy song. Okay, and I have one quick announcement, which is that, hello? Thank you.
Sarah is speaking.
Thank you, President Karen. One very brief announcement, which is that I want to invite any and all of you who have not already been made aware or have not RSVP'd to the Lee Weimer's Emerging Artist Fundraising event this coming Saturday at the home of Nancy Williams and her husband, Mike. We would love to have you there from 3 to 5. No, I'm sorry. Wrong. So wrong. Anyway, 3 to 5. Talk to me if you'd like to come. Would love to have you there. Thanks.
Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it. And a big thank you to the Fun and Friendship Committee for being in the greeting line, and a specific shout out to Pat Riley and Doug Smith for doing table topics again this month. As a reminder, we have that the second Wednesday of every month, beginning at 11:45, for people to get to know each other better. Tim Gill, you're going to get fined. I'm watching this. All right. So we've got one birthday today, and that's Howard Loomis. Please be sure to give him your regards and to celebrate everybody else who is listed. It's time for guest introductions and visiting Rotarians, so please stand to be recognized. On our traveling mics, we welcome Chelsea Souza once again, and Eddie Trong, and we will be going clockwise for our Zoomers. So Eddie, let's start on this side of the room, please.
Good afternoon, President Karen. My name is Eddie Trong. I'm a government affairs consultant. My company is Unite Strategies.
And you love to travel, if I remember correctly.
I love to travel a little too much.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you with us. Chelsea,
President,
where are you?
I am not Chelsea, however. I am Johnny Camus.
Again, Johnny.
I got handed the microphone. I'm not sure. They figured a politician always wants a microphone, so. Johnny Camus, former council member, Community Bank of the Bay, and my sponsor is Catherine Tompkinson, and thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody, fellow Rotarians. My name is Randy Took. I'm a visiting Rotarian from Morgan Hill.
All right. Welcome to our club.
Hello. Over here, it's Giannica. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, President. So I want to introduce my guest today. This is Raymond Costantino. He is with the City of San Jose's Parks and Recreation Department and is also a current member of Leadership San Jose.
Fantastic. And we love Viva Calle.
Me?
Leslie?
Hello, President Karen. Leslie Guardino with Canyon Snow Consulting. A Red Badger still on the Rod Squad. Thank you, Rod, as my sponsor. And my guest today is my business partner of 19 years, Jennifer Johnson. She runs our Austin, Texas office, and she's on the board of United Way there and formerly of the board of City Year here in San Jose.
Excellent. Welcome. Dave.
Good afternoon, President Karen. I would like to introduce everyone to a very good friend of mine, Peter Hastings. We haven't met each other or seen each other in about 20 years.
Oh.
But he and I were talking about a school that he was starting in Thailand. And I thought Rotary might be a terrific place for him to pursue those efforts.
The International Committee is calling you specifically. We have a home for you. We'll look forward to seeing more of you. Mike.
Hello, President Karen. Mike Bohr, advertising and marketing and stuff like that. Like to introduce Artie Arian he's the president and CEO of Renewable America, and I met him a week ago here just from sitting down. So he's interested in joining, so please make him feel welcome.
Welcome. Tom.
Hi, boss. Tom
Hi.
Bondi. My guest today is David Fenster, a neighbor of mine who also happens to know that Stephen Borkenhagen guy, and a friend of, like we all are, of Emily Rubalcaba. So welcome, David. He's founder and owner of Modulus Architectural and Design Firm.
Wonderful. And by the way, I had the pleasure of meeting David at the monthly happy hour that President-elect Heather and Emily have put together. It will be at Mezcal next month, 4 to 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. You won't want to miss it. David, thank you for joining us. Tom, I love how you call me boss. Keep it going. Next, Irvi.
Yes, Irvi Smith. Is it on? Okay. Irvi Smith, nonprofit consultant, retired. It's my pleasure to once again introduce my guest, Jim Horry, who is the CEO of the YMCA of Silicon Valley, and he just turned in his application today.
Woohoo! Blake.
Hi, President Karen. Blake Ward, realtor with the agency. My sponsor is Helen Lambert. I have two guests today, bringing in that next generation of Rotarians coming in. This is Aaron De La Croix, and this is Leslie Panetta. They are also at my brokerage at the agency. So I thought I'd, been talking about it so much, they wanted to come check it out. So here they are.
Perfect. And Leslie, you look like you'd be a good fit for the Lee Weimers Committee because of your style.
President Karen, Mike Conniff, cruise lecturer these days. I'm very happy to introduce my neighbor and friend, Jorge Taborga, who lives up in the hills. He's, in fact, a neighbor of the Robins, so that gives him sort of an entree here, and happy to have him join us. He's retired. He worked in health technology and medical devices, and now he teaches at Carnegie Mellon up in Mountain View. So welcome, Jorge.
Welcome, Jorge.
President Karen, I'm Norm Holberg, real estate appraising. My guest back for the second time is Rachel Thomas, managing partner in Greenfield Law.
Wonderful. Welcome, Rachel.
Boss Karen, Heather Lerner, President-elect. Hi, I'm proud to introduce my guest, Evgenia Merrifield. She's my colleague at Boy Scouts, and she's also a Rotarian at the Freedom Club. Is that right? Welcome, Evgenia. Second visit.
Welcome. Yes, Hal.
Good morning, President Karen and Rotarians. My name is Hal Hendrickson. I'm a retired sales and marketing. I'd like to introduce my guest, Ben Jordan. He's a brother to Michael Jordan, for anyone really interested. You can have that discussion later. He is a financial advisor. He is the former president of the San Jose Lions Club, Elks Lodge, and he is looking for a place to get involved in the city. Ben Jordan, my sponsor is Heather Lerner, and Ben Jordan is interested in joining the club.
Wonderful, Ben. And this is your second meeting, right? You were here last week. I like it. Yes, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly Dipple. I am a real estate advisor with Coldwell Banker, and I would like to reintroduce Chris Carroll. This is his third meeting. He is a red badge, but he will be announced, I think, next week. But I just wanted to welcome him. He is CEO of Kopenbarger & Kopenbarger, which is an estate planning and health and law firm.
Wonderful. Thank you for being with us. Big Boss. Oh,
Hello,
Dr.
Your
Deardon, pardon me.
Hello, Your Royal Highness. The honor is to introduce Allery Middlebrook, who is the president of California Native Garden Foundation, and her application is pending.
Welcome. Right behind you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, President Karen. Jim Sparacco, Director of Public Relations for your lottery-winning San Jose Sharks. My sponsor is the always colorful Stu Gans. And my guest today is Chris Shea, who just recently joined Shark Sports and Entertainment as our Senior Vice President of Government Affairs.
Wonderful, welcome. And I am delighted to announce my guest, first husband over here, the first gentleman, Evan Mandel. All right, who's ready for...
One last one, sorry.
Oh, Carl!
I don't even know who this guy is, but I said, is anybody introducing you? And apparently Eddie, is it Eddie that forgot to introduce
Eddie
you?
Trong?
Anyway, this is Michael, what's your last name? Michael Quach, and you are with?
With DT Strategies. We're a government affairs consulting firm.
Well, Eddie, we're glad you brought a guest. Thank you, Carl.
My apologies, President Karen. That's my guest, and I'm new to this, so I forgot to introduce him.
I almost forgot to introduce Evan, so don't feel bad. All right, who's ready for a breath of fresh air and a mindfulness moment? I know I am. Come on up, Anna Rudell.
I have my work cut out for me today with this crew here, I can see. All right, we're going to do a quick meditation here on energizing the mind. During meditation practice, the mind can grow dull or sleepy. And in this short practice, you will examine a few ways to bring energy and alertness to your mind. You can incorporate these methods into your other practices, inviting clarity into your meditation. Allow the eyes to close and find a comfortable meditation posture. Begin by tuning into the experience of your body breathing. Rest with each inhale and exhale as you feel the movement in the body. To energize the mind, you will start with the breath. With the inhalation, breathe in a sense of energy and awareness. Reach the body upward, strengthen the spine, open the chest. With the exhale, let go of sleepiness and distractions. Breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready, allow your eyes to open. Letting in light can help us stay awake and clear. Continue practicing with the breath and notice any sights that grab your attention. As you do this, as you come back to yourself, open up your eyes and take a moment to invite increased alertness. You can rub your face, you can rub your shoulders, you can rub your ears, you can rub your back or the sides of your legs and wake yourself up. Feel the warmth in your muscles as you move a little and go back to your day.
I have 4 quick things to say about that. First of all, Anna, thank you so much, and I owe Rotary for the gift of Anna's friendship. She has become one of my very best friends, and it's only because of this very club that we met. That's number 1. Number 2, I always feel calmer in her presence, and I'm pretty high-strung, in case you guys didn't know that yet. So, Anna, I want to be the big spoon when we cuddle, and I can just absorb your calmness and your energy. But you're also reminding me to be present for this moment is our life. Be mindful, be engaged, listen actively, reflect what you're hearing, let people know you're sharing that moment and that there's nothing but them that matters in that space. It's good for your mental health, it's good for your physical health, it's good for camaraderie and community and overall thriving. So thank you, Anna. I really appreciate your time. Doug, come on up and tell us about the fun month of May.
Let's see. The more you know, the better you drink. Whiskey in the Park on June 15th. Wait, there's the wrong note. I was putting in a promo there for Whiskey in the Park by accident.
Okay, I fined him $100 for promoting his own thing.
Okay. Anyways, we have coming up the Firesides. The Firesides is a great way. Basically, we are an extended family. So the Firesides is just a way to spend time with your extended family, your Rotary members. And so we have the Firesides. There's a sheets on your table. If there's names on the Fireside you don't recognize, it's all the better reason to sign up for that one, because it's all about getting to know your fellow Rotarians. So we have fun with friends at the Robin Rescue Ranch. It's a great place to go up the hill and relax for on a Tuesday. We have Thursday with Martha Wapinski, wine tasting and hearty bites. Who doesn't like that? We have the social club, Capital Club Social with Nicole Leclerc. And then on the last one there for the evening, the Foothills. So Bonnie lives in the Foothills. Basically, an evening we're going to do card games and dice games at her spot there at the Foothills, going up to the East Foothills. And that one's going to be changed to June 6th. So you can sign up at the table out here. We'd love to have you there. It's a very important part of being Rotary. And we'll see you at the Firesides.
Perfect, thank you. Kathleen, start making your way up here, Kathleen. Come on up. The Firesides are really fun. You've heard me say this before. I'll say it once again. They do count as a makeup if you are focused on having perfect attendance. And it's just a great time to get to know your fellow Rotarians. He mentioned Robin Rescue Ranch. I want to call out that Matt Robin has brought farm fresh eggs once again from the farm, free of charge. Get your eggs on the way out. You won't want to miss them. And now we've got another committee update. Kathleen Collins.
Hello, everyone. As many of you know, the Downtown Development Committee has a long history. I was inspired to join after a fun conversation at a Rotary picnic in 2021 with our wonderful Carl Salas and Jeff Hare. A year later, as Jeff's co-chair, the first guest speaker I booked was Alex Stettinski. He was our incoming CEO of the San Jose Downtown Association at that time, and it's so awesome that we have him here today. Since becoming the DDC chairperson, I've steered our focus to participate in and contributing to the vibrancy of our downtown. Our committee has enjoyed personal tours of the Tech Interactive with Katrina Stewart, the future Hillbrook High School with Mark Silver, the Firehouse No. 1 Museum, and participated in Mayor Mahan's downtown cleanup, the summer block parties, and Rolati Happy Hour. We can and do make a difference. Our latest adventure will be to join many fellow citizens for the San Pedro Square Asphalt Mural Paint event. This is a collaborative project with Adobe's Hometown Commitment, Local Color, and the San Jose Downtown Association. The asphalt is going to be transformed into a vibrant canvas, a new landmark, and an example of community spirit. There are color flyers on all the tables. The event is being held from May 27th to May 31st with time slots from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. To best accommodate DDC members based on their feedback, I reserved a spot for us on Thursday, May 30th from 5 to 7 p.m. I added an additional 10 people to my list so that I can open the opportunity to all Rotary members. If that doesn't fit your schedule, but you still want to participate, you can go to the website, sjdowntown.com/volunteer, and see the many day and time slots available. Volunteers will be using brushes and rollers to paint directly on the asphalt in designated areas under the direction of the artist and assistant artists. Volunteers will receive a 20% restaurant voucher at checkout for restaurants on North San Pedro Square. Check-in will be held outside of Voyager Coffee. There's a virtual project orientation over Zoom between May 20th and 24th. You can email me at kathy@climatrix.com if you're interested, want more information, or want to be added to my reservation. This is a great opportunity for Rotarians to show their support of our downtown businesses and residents. Thank you.
That was perfect. Yay, thank you. You're so sweet. I gotta hug you. You're just so tiny. I'll have you know that she wrote it out and timed it, and she was on it, so that was perfect. Thank you. Now Bunny Layden is going to introduce us to the very newest Rotary member of this club. Come on up.
Kind, emphatic, intelligent, hardworking, and joyful are some of the words that people use to describe Shauna Lucy. She was raised in Houston and is the grandchild of Irish immigrants. She studied theater in undergraduate, but it wasn't until graduate school that she became enamored with opera. Wanting a life more suited to setting down roots, Shauna enrolled in Columbia University's master's program in nonprofit management, and shortly thereafter she was hired by Opera San Jose. Now, she's directed all over the world, including 11 seasons at Santa Fe Opera and in California at Opera San Jose, Los Angeles Opera, and San Francisco Opera. Shauna has an adorable daughter, June, James, Basilia, Adjili, McNamara, Lucy, Sowa, but she's affectionately known as JJ. And although JJ is not quite 3 years old yet, she has attended her first opera already. I'm thrilled to have Shauna as my friend, and we are lucky to have her as an arts leader in San Jose. I really look forward to seeing how she applies her creativity, energy, and style to Rotary. So please welcome Shauna Lucy.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so thrilled to know each and every one of you. Quick fun facts about me, besides the fact that I love opera and I love Bunny, and thank you for being my sponsor. Yesterday was my daughter's first swimming lesson. I lived in Russia for almost 5 years. By choice. And I am a nail boss, so I will convert each and every one of you to loving nail art like I do. But seriously, my dear daughter took some of her first steps at the Rotary Play Garden, and I really stand in awe of the commitment to creating a beautiful civic space together, and I'm thrilled to work and befriend each and every one of you. Thank you for having me.
That was so perfect. So perfect. Wait, we're going to take a quick picture. That's so exciting. I saw your nails. I don't want to fall over. Seriously, you got to check out those nails. I've never seen anything like them. Very, very cool. All right, it's President's time. We've got a couple of unexpected delights, a couple of announcements, and a couple of opportunities. But let me first start with the fact that past President Mike Block will be taking over the meeting once I conclude my remarks. I've got a 2:43 p.m. flight out of SFO and not a whole lot of time to get there. So I'll miss you at the end of the meeting, but you'll be in very good hands. Now, an unexpected delight. Is Dave Peterson in the room? All right, he's probably joining by Zoom, but he was not able to join us last week, but sent a special message to me wanting to ring the bell once for his son's recent marriage and twice to fine him since he wasn't here last week, and I'm doing it today. So with your permission, I'm going to add those 2 rings plus the ring for Doug to our total from May 1st, so we're going to be at 53. So that's the number to beat on June 1st, my last ring the bell. Welcome back to our crew that went to Peru to deliver wheelchairs. If you went on that trip, please raise your hand. All right. They delivered over 200 wheelchairs. They were greeted like royalty, and Fernando just this afternoon gave me this beautiful plaque that the club gave to our Rotarians for the delivery of those 200 wheelchairs. We plan to have a little debrief from the podium showing some pictures in the very near future, but thanks again for your generosity and for dedicating over a week of your time to do that humanitarian mission. Okay, so a little membership update. As Committee Chair Matt Bell has said, we are in the prime time for recruiting new members, and historically we bring in the most members in the spring. So far to date, we have confirmed 29 new members. We have 6 applications in the pipeline to be reviewed, and we need or excuse me, 5 in the pipeline. We need 6 more to achieve my presidential goal of recruiting 40 new members. We can do it. Not let's do it, we are doing it, right, guys? Can we do it? All right. So there's been many people who have been here for 2 or more meetings, and now we just need to get those applications in. So we're in the home stretch, so please don't forget to invite people to join our family. Now, at the same time, we've been offering free lunches to potential Rotarians and to the people who bring them. We've had such an abundance of riches, we have zeroed out that budget entirely. However, I'm going to free up some additional funds so we can continue to treat prospective members to free lunch. But unfortunately, I can't cover your lunch any longer, but I'll make you a sandwich and bring it from home if you want one. Just let me know. Not to miss, I'm missing some slides here. We do have our barbecue coming up. Won't want to miss that. That's on Wednesday, June 5th at History Park. Now, a reminder, we have no meeting during the day that afternoon. We want everyone to gather for fun, friendship, good food, lots of good drinks, and a great time. You can sign up. You sign up if you're not even sure you can go, because cancellations are free the Monday before the event. So it's a great time. It's the biggest barbecue of the event. Please join us. And then, of course, we have an opportunity. Our Fun and Friendship Committee is at it again, and Ashley Hopkins Pass has planned another wonderful hike starting at 11 a.m. at Uvas. There we go. Can you, what are you guys looking at? There we go. Yes, at Uvas Canyon. So if you'd like to have some fun in the fresh air, please join them for that hike. It'll be a really good time. And then that is on May 25th. Last week you heard from Terry Chapman, the chair of our Disaster Relief Committee. We are going to be doing the meals at Mike Block's construction facility for Rise Against Hunger on Sunday, May 19th. Please show up. We're going to pack over 12,000 meals, and it's going to be a really, really fun time. And in my final thought for the day, as I race to the airport, distance means so little when someone means so much. Like when I walk out of the house every day, I always look at my rescue dog Maple, who's 16, and Charlie, and I say, Mommy always comes home. I'll always come back to you. And I'll be back to you guys next Wednesday. Have a great week, and Charlie, come introduce our speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Isn't it a nice spring day? Our speaker today has been involved in city planning and placemaking for more than 30 years. A native of Geneva, Switzerland, he came to the United States to study for a master's at Cal. Go Bears, okay. He has worked on branding and strategic planning for private companies before moving to executive positions with the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce, Visit West Hollywood, and the Downtown Reno Partnership, an organization he built from scratch. 2 years ago, he was chosen to be the new CEO of the San Jose Downtown Association, succeeding Scott Neese. Since then, he has been working on programs and initiatives to revitalize downtown post-pandemic. And since Karen would probably ask at this point, yes, his application is in, would you please welcome the new CEO of the Downtown Association, Alan Stettinski.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. I just realized something. I was looking around who was in the room, and I know half the room. And that is so incredible. I've been here for about 1.5 years now. And being brand new to a community, as you can imagine, is a little stressful. It's a lot of work to get to know people and to work your way through a community, especially as complex as this one. And this is so cool that I can say that I know so many people here in this room. This is really awesome. So this is in my second year, about 1.5 years ago I started. Took over from somebody who had this position for 34 years. So there were huge shoes to fill. People were screaming, oh yeah, my God, we need change, I'm so glad something happens. And then it's like, oh, but we've never done it that way. We've always done it another way. So, it's very difficult to actually create change in a community and in an organization that has been so important and so established for so many years. So it was not an easy assignment. When I started, we actually looked at the organization together with my board, and I'm also thrilled to see that at least 5 board members of SJR are here in this room today, and I'm so happy that you guys are here supporting this. We created a theory of change. We started from scratch in a way. We tried to redefine who are we as an organization. Why do we exist? Who do we serve? And what specific outcomes do we want to achieve? So we went back to the basics and did a whole exercise about who we are and what we want, to really understand where our sweet spot is and to stay as relevant and focused and targeted as possible to provide the services that are needed in this community. So we basically came up with 3 anchors. They all lead to one thing. It's increase in foot traffic. I mean, this is something that you probably could have thought without the slide, but what was important to us is that what we as an organization do is we do one single thing, and that is we serve our members. And when I say members, I'm not talking about members like Rotary Club has them. I'm talking about members more like an HOA has them. Members that are built into an area, into a district that is assessed annually. There's no volunteerism in it. It is a mandatory assessment. We still call our constituents members. And these are the people and the companies and the organizations that we serve. They're the PBIT and the SJDA members. What do they all want at the end of the day, for various reasons, is increased foot traffic. So that is our focus with everything that we do. It needs to kind of lead back to, okay, it has to result eventually in an increase in foot traffic. So the 3 anchors that were defined was to increase the number of events and activations. So that is marketing, communications, promotion type of related. The second anchor is to lower the barrier of entry to open a business. That is more business development, economic development, that is advocacy, and that is creating more vibrancy through physical activations that you'll hear about in a second. And the third anchor was to improve the spaces in between. And this is the anchor that most of you know most, because that is the program that's most visible. That is our Groundworks program. You all know the Groundworks individuals, the ambassadors on the street that work super hard every day. And please give them a shout out. Somebody just told me that, it's Larry, who saw some of them today and just told them, hey, you guys are doing an amazing job. Please do that. That is something that they don't hear enough. They have one of the toughest jobs that I can imagine, and they're doing such a great job keeping downtown somewhat clean and managed. But you will see some of the numbers that I'm going to present in a moment. So let's focus on anchor number 1, increased number of events and activations. And here's a shift that happened in this organization. You may know SJDA as the producer of these big events like Music in the Park and Downtown Ice. We decided to not produce those any longer. We're not really an event production company. That is not our wheelhouse. We have been doing this, but other people are better equipped to do that. We are more equipped to guide them and to make sure that we support them so that they're successful in their endeavors here in downtown. Farmers Market, we had one that you may or may not remember. It used to be apparently extremely successful. And then not so much anymore. COVID may have changed a lot. COVID changed the fabric of our downtown when it comes to foot traffic, especially during the day. The office workers are not quite back yet, so there's a lot more blight and less foot traffic during the day than we had in the past. and that harmed the farmers market. It made it dwindle to a very small event because farmers couldn't sustain the sales that they had here in downtown on a permanent basis. So we paused that farmers market. We're still working with the Farmers Market Association because my dream is to have a strong, robust farmers market in downtown again. We're not quite there yet. The moment hasn't happened. We don't have the critical mass where I feel comfortable to put this market on and attract strong farmers and keep them in downtown, and it becomes a tradition for downtown again. In a few years down the road, I can totally see that happen again. But what do? We incubate, we fund other and support other events. We created the Pobladores Night Market. We support the UVI block parties. They're great little activations throughout the year that we sponsor because they really bring people to certain areas, neighborhoods for the time being, and it makes a big difference when it comes to creating vibrancy in downtown. We supported an event like Feast Mode that Jay Paul created. That was a food truck event on Park Street. Dia San Jose, the culture night markets, activations like that we support. We still do our Dine Downtown activation, very successful. We had last year over 50 restaurants participate. This year we anticipate 60 to 70 to actually come along and join Dine Downtown. The same with Starlight Cinemas. It's a really beautiful little family neighborhood event that attracts about 200 to 300 people, and they sit at St. James Park and watch a movie at night. And there's activations, there's face painting activations and all kinds of different things for the kids. And it is such a beautiful event. I was at 2 last year. Back to the Future was one of them that I attended. It was a great movie to begin with, but it was such a good experience to see 200 plus people sit on blankets in the park and really having a great time in the evening. And the park, for once, is used for something that is actually really incredible. That's what the park is supposed to be used for. So we still hold these activations strong thanks to the city. Partially, the city is funding some of these things for us. We have a contract with them so that we're able to actually expand and elevate these type of events with additional dollars that we get from the city. We also have a grants program now. We were able to give $100,000 in arts grants to art organizations and producers of art-related events in downtown. We had 60 applicants for $5,000 grants, and that was unfortunate. I know, but it was super hard for us because 40 got a no, and they all deserve a grant, and it was a really tough situation to be in. The good news is that it looks like we're getting that money back for next year, so we may have another set of possibly $25,000 grants, so it's $100,000 total to give out next year again. So these are little things that we do as an association to help promote our really strong players in downtown that are always under-nurtured, and that is the art. Art organizations in downtown are part of the fabric of downtown. They're super important and often overseen, overlooked, and really having a hard time to exist and to continue to exist, but we need them. We increased our role as the information disseminator. That's kind of what we see is really important for SJDA to do now and in the future. We get the word out on the 400 plus events that are happening in downtown, and neighborhoods have no idea about what's going on. They have no idea. I constantly talk to people, and I'm constantly frustrated that people have no idea that downtown has more than the Jazz Festival, which is iconic, or Music in the Park. It has many, many, many smaller events all year round. So we took it upon us to create a newsletter/calendar that we now send out twice a week. We have Nancy here who's curating most of it. So one goes out Friday, one goes out Monday, and lets you know what the events are for the week, for the days coming up, so they can plan your trip to downtown with your family, your loved ones, and your friends. So this is something that is super, super important to us. We have success to report on that. We increased our subscriber list from 6,000, that's when I started, about a year and a half ago to 14,000 today. And my goal is to bring this over the 20,000 subscriber line. We have nothing to gain really as an organization. We don't make money on this or anything. We don't spam people or sell email addresses to make money off. Our goal really is the more people get that newsletter, the more people know what's going on downtown, and that is it. That is truly our goal. So I am so confident and self-assured when I go out to the community, to the public, and ask them, please sign up for our newsletter. There's nothing, there's no monetary exchange or anything involved. It's really just stay in the know or get into the know of what's happening in downtown. We track now our events. We track foot traffic. We subscribe to a system called Placer.ai that is a cell phone-based platform that tracks you. So everyone who has a cell phone in this room right now, you are being tracked, just so that you know. So people, it's anonymous, so they don't know who you are, but they know that X amount of people are in this vicinity right now. And I will also know that where you went afterwards. Did you leave downtown? Did you linger in the area? Did you go to other areas? If you did, which areas did you go to? That's important for us to know because we will be more targeted in our outreach when we realize, okay, nobody from Palo Alto came to an event that we think they really should look at. What can we do to actually dive into Palo Alto community and make sure that they understand and see what's happening here and bring them to downtown? So our marketing efforts can become a little bit more smart and a little bit more strategic with this tool. We can also use the tool for property owners and developers, people that are looking at downtown to come and open shop. Whether they buy a building, whether they build a building, or whether they open a store, we can give them the information. Okay, this is the location that you're interested in. Here is the foot traffic for throughout the year. This is how many people come to that area on the weekend. This is how many people come there at night. And this is how many people are here during the day, during the week. This is information that is really crucial for business members that are planning on coming to downtown so that they understand and get more confident in opening a place or buying a building in our area. Very, very important to us. By the way, when we talk about numbers, downtown San Jose, and this is no joke, I'm not kidding, this is real, this is all number driven. Downtown San Jose has exceeded the number of visitors pre-pandemic, which is sort of our measure always. When it comes to nightlife, thank you. Yep, it's not my merit. I'm a little part of it. I just wanted to kind of emphasize, I want to make sure that people understand it takes a village. It takes all of us. It takes the Rotary Club. It takes Adolfo, you know, and his work that he does in the community. Everyone, it takes our council members, everyone, to create vibrancy in downtown. There is a buzz that's going around. And nightlife, we're absolutely strong. We're fine. Where we're limping and lacking still is during the day, during the week. You know, office workers are not fully back. So, two things that I want to talk about when it comes to lowering the barrier of entry, starting a business, and support business retention. Number one is we are looking at vacancies that we currently have in downtown. By the way, when I started, we had about 80 vacancies, give or take, that we counted, retail vacancies on the ground floor. I'm not talking about the commercial vacancies. We are now at about 68. Can I please? This is really cool. I mean, listen, this is 12 businesses more open in downtown, net more open, because businesses closed while I was here. Net 12 businesses more than we had when I started. So I think this is something to celebrate and to look at. This is exciting news, and I think we're moving further and further into full occupancy at one point. That is absolutely what I believe. And with the mayor that we have currently, Matt Mahan, is doing a great job promoting that as well. And I think together, together we're getting there. So that said, there's still vacancies. I walked outside Phil's Coffee on the Paseo. I saw that strip of vacant storefronts all along. It was like, this is sad. What can we do? The mayor's transitional committee that I was part of when the mayor started his term, had decided that we need to do something to bring retail, to bring, even if they're temporary stores, into spaces. I saw these spaces along the Paseo. I got together with the Economic Development Department at the city, and we discussed what can we do together? How can we make this work? How can we add stores into these empty spaces, at least temporary for now, so that we have more vibrancy back? Because retail, regular retail, is still a really tough nut to crack in downtown, and you probably all know why. Critical mass. You know, we still don't have enough foot traffic overall consistently so that retail feels comfortable opening the doors in downtown. They will come. They will come. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of increasing the number of housing in downtown and making sure that office workers are slowly coming back, and they will be in downtown. But in the meantime, what can we do to fill these spaces and add some vibrancy through retail? So we got together with the city. We decided, okay, we're going to do some pop-up clusters. So we created a pop-up program. We have an incredible partner in this program, and he's sitting right there, and his name is Ryan. He and his company, SJ Made, contracts with us. We work all together to make sure that we get the right businesses into these spaces, and we just opened, Ryan, when was that? Friday, last week. Just opened our first cluster of retail on the Paseo. Please go and visit. There are 5 businesses. 3 of them are not only women-owned, but they're minority-owned, and their product is so awesome. Mother's Day is coming up. Last-minute gifts, guys. If you need something, go in there. I promise you, you'll find amazing things, unique things for Mother's Day. We have a plant store in there. We have a crystal store in there. There's so many cool things in this little area now. And when we had the opening event on Friday, and I looked at the stores, I was blown away how it does not look like pop-up stores. They look like regular commercial retail, so well merchandised and so well put together. I am amazed by it. And that's just the first step. The second one is on Post Street. We're preparing an opening of another 2 locations with, is it another 5 businesses, I think? 6 businesses in these 2 locations to be announced soon, probably within a month and a half to 2 months. They're ready, outfitted, and ready to open, and then we'll have another opening event. So that's another thing that SJDA has been doing and working on for over a year now to get this off the ground. And this is my dilemma too, by the way. So I can now brag about these openings, and I can show them to you and say, go look at them, look what we do, and everyone's like, oh, this is cool. But the year that it took to get those off the ground, there was no sexiness, there was no shiny, there was nothing. And people were asking, like, what you guys are actually doing? And I had to tell them, well, we're working really hard to get these things off the ground. Everything takes time. So I'm glad this came to fruition now with so many other things that are coming to fruition at the same time. We're also working with our local businesses. You may be familiar with Angelou's. That's an iconic restaurant here in downtown. Eric's Deli, also iconic. They were in the building that VTA took on Market and Santa Clara. We helped them to relocate into another location. Elise restaurant that just opened again in a relocation. We were involved in making sure they get their permits, taking them through the various processes to make sure that everything goes the way it needs to go so that they can reopen. So this is stuff that we do, once again, not glamorous, not sexy, but really important to retain a strong, robust business community in our downtown. That's just a quick video.
This is the result.
That's the moment. That's the opening of a moment.
Relationship and partnership that we have, because it takes a lot of heavy lifting, believe me. It took us almost a year to get this off the ground. This is an extension of the successful moment pop-up stores on the Market Street Garage on San Pedro. Once we had that in place, we started to scout locations. We were looking for spaces that had what we needed in order to create vibrant pop-up clusters. Nancy Klein referred us to Gary Filizetti and DEFCON Construction, and the rest is history. Today we're so proud and so excited to see this collaboration come to fruition at Moment Paseo. This is the result.
Thank you. Again, it takes a village. It does take a village. But I'm proud to say that we are definitely one of the drivers that take that on and make sure that these things are happening in downtown. Anchor number 3, improve the spaces in between. And that's what I said you're very familiar with, at least some of them. Our groundworks team that is working hard to keep downtown clean and safe and managed. We created a brand new team called the SIT team. You may or may not know. SIT team stands for Social Impact Team. These are 5 ambassadors that were hired and trained specifically to reach out to our vulnerable population in downtown, to our houseless population, connect them with services, talk to them, garner their trust, and get them to hopefully make a decision to get off the street and to check into a program or into a facility where they're way better taken care of than out on the street. That was done at request of our property owners, the people that we report to, the constituents that are most important to us. And I want to emphasize that was not a result of COVID at all. That is a result of the request that happened through our property owners a long time ago, way before COVID. The other program is the CHAMPS program that I'm super proud of. The champions are also ambassadors, the students hired from SJSU. There we have 10 of them. They're walking around in uniforms, educating people, disseminating information, and telling them where to go, what to do, and to sign up for our newsletter, most importantly. We have a lighting program that we started. I'm going to show you in a second what this looks like. It was on 2nd Street, and we're going to continue with it shortly after. The Downtown Doors program, really important, and the mural that was already mentioned. Here are a few numbers, just real fast. 740,000 pounds of trash removed, almost 33,000 graffiti incidents removed. So these are numbers that hopefully you are as impressed by as I am. Same with the SIT team. They referred 1,820 people to partner agencies just between June 23 and April 24. And this is real fast the light installation that we did on 2nd Street to remove a 10,000 square foot lighted space. It was an experiment. It was super cool. We will do other things in the future, not as elaborate as this, much smaller, but you will hear about that too. Downtown Doors, 21st year, incredible artwork put on by students, high school students in the neighborhood. The reception this year is next week on the 16th of May. Please come and join us at the San Jose Museum of Art. And that is the mural that I won't talk more about. You've already heard everything. By the way, 1,250 volunteers have already signed up. The list is full. I'm so glad that Kathleen took a portion and held it for you because it's full now. So please come and join in, and please grab out your cell phones real fast if you haven't done so, and subscribe to our newsletter. Grab this QR code and sign up for it. We don't spam you. We won't do anything like that. This is just for you guys to stay in the know of what is happening in downtown. Thank you. Of course.
Thank you very much, Alex. What an outstanding presentation, and now we're all so much better informed of what's happening here. Alex has agreed to entertain questions from you. Please go ahead, Larry Stone.
Foot traffic downtown is the #1 problem, as you mentioned earlier. The city of San Jose has downtown San Jose has a 36% vacancy rate in offices. The city of San Jose, of the 25 major metropolitan areas in the country, is at the bottom of people coming back into the office. We had the economic development director speak here a while ago, and somebody asked the question about teleworking. And she said, City Hall, we're trying to get people back in 3 days a week. And I thought, what the hell is going on? This is the government. show the way, be a leader in bringing the people in City Hall back to work, and then have foot traffic as your major issue.
Is there a question, or was that really more a comment of yours?
Asking you to provide more resources to convince businesses to bring people back. They're doing it in New York, they're doing it in Miami, Houston, we're not doing it.
So we're working on this, Larry, and the mural that you saw that we're putting on, as artful and as beautiful as it is, it's a tool for us. We were thinking of what can we do with the resources we have to attract people back to downtown. The mural will be an iconic a symbol for downtown, and we're working on activating the San Pedro Street after the mural is done, with family-friendly events on the weekend, during the week, things like that. So these are little things that we can do to hopefully garner interest of workers also to come to downtown and work in downtown during the week, because there's so much going on that they can join in after work, before work, during work. So we have limited abilities, Larry, unfortunately, to tell people, you know, what to do and that they need to come back to their offices. But we can do things around it to make sure that downtown is becoming so attractive again that they may be enticed. Everything else is really up to their employers. You know, if they become stricter in their mandates. So,
Fernando.
Thank you. I noticed that several times we have businesses end their leases because their lease prices have increased. Some cities evidently are helping meet that particular gap to keep those businesses in place. Is there anything like that that you've encountered here in San Jose?
So you're talking about a subsidy program for current businesses that we have?
That's right.
I do not. Subsidies of rent, of leases, I'm not familiar with. The pop-up program that we're doing is something like that, but it's not what you're asking for. You're asking for the businesses that are already here. The pop-up program is at a highly reduced rate. The property owner is giving us the space temporarily until they find permanent tenants. But a lease subsidy, I am not aware of.
Richard?
But it was a good idea.
Alex, there's at least 3 groups that I know of that are taking a look at Plaza de Cesar Chavez and how to improve it and reactivate it. I mean, where's the Downtown Association on that? Are you part of any of those groups? Are you supportive of what they're doing? Do you have any official plans to participate? Yeah,
really good question. We are absolutely participating in it. There's a lot of hands in that pot, if you want. There's a conservancy that is potentially coming together. I'm aware of all of this. I mean, some of the people that are involved in this are board members of SJDA, so we have a very strong connection. I am involved in Cesar Chavez. I was actually involved from the very beginning when we had a conversation with Jay Paul to beautify Cesar Chavez just slightly, at least, to make it look somewhat presentable. That was SJDA, and we connected them to the city. The city took it from there. We kind of took a step back, and they finished this really nicely. What Cesar Chavez looks like today, I think, looks really nice. I just see Dan right here. Thank you for coming. So Dan is a long-standing board member for SJDA, and he's also very involved in the conservancy efforts and the park efforts. So we absolutely have a strong connection and partnership, and we're fully supportive of bringing Cesar Chavez to the next level. And he's one of the founders of the association, exactly. Yes, Dan.
Thank you, Alex. Over here, Dan Orloff.
Very quick, Dan.
Very good
quick,
presentation.
Alex.
So the Super Bowl's coming in 2026, FIFA's coming in 2026. There's nearly a major international sporting event happening every month in 2026. So give us a glimpse of what downtown San Jose is going to look like under your leadership in 2026.
So we're working with the Sports Authority and the city to work out a plan for 26. We are absolutely on the ball. I cannot tell you exactly what's going to happen, but it's going to be a lot happening. This year, you may know that the Earthquakes are celebrating the 50th anniversary, and we're involved in a few activations. The Downtown Doors is one of them. We have 3 pieces of art that are dedicated to soccer, to celebrate soccer in celebration of their 50th anniversary. We're also doing activations through a scavenger hunt in the fall and through Dine Downtown, and through Starlight Cinema, we have one movie dedicated to soccer, and they're coming and activating this area with the activation truck. So we are absolutely dialed into the sports component of downtown, which we know is extremely important for vibrancy. Yes, so we are at the table.
Thank you. Alex, you've really been a gift to our club today. We're making a donation in your name to Loaves and Fishes. Again, you've heard President Karen's final remarks and thoughts. Next week, we have a mystery speaker. So please join us. And again, thank you very much, Alex. Great to see all of you. Meeting adjourned.